it's Kerry from Total, and I'm down with MD Andrew from Quest. So thank you for seeing us.
Thank you.
And letting us hang around for the day.
No problem.
Now, it's quite hard to get you on your own because you're so busy and there's loads of staff here as well, which is, it's great to see because I can obviously see how big the company is. So speaking of the company and its size, how long's Quest been going for?
Quest as a company has actually been established 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it has. It's been going a very long time.
How long have you been around?
In Quest, I've been involved. I got involved in October 2016. Yeah,
Okay.
so last 5 years.
5 years. So what have you done within that time? Can you tell me your kind of journey, your story with this company?
Yeah, I mean, I was in business with the owner of Quest Electrical in another business. He was the MD of Quest Electrical, but he wanted to retire. So he has retired, but at the time, unfortunately, Quest wasn't in a great place. It was suffering quite badly within its customer base. It had got a bit of a damaged reputation, and a decision was, you know, we need to try and recover it if we can. He was a very proud businessman. It was his baby. Obviously had it for what was 25 years at the time. Didn't want to see it fail. Employed a lot of people that had been in the business for 20 years. So he felt he owed it to everybody involved to give it one last go. And he asked me to get involved and see if we could recover its reputation, recover the business and get it back on track. And thankfully, we've managed to do that. It's been good.
That's good. So how have you done that? That must have been quite difficult.
It's no quick answer to that, to be honest. Like most businesses that are failing, there's a lot you need to change. And to create change in a business is very difficult and it can't be done overnight. There were some staff that you would consider to be, what's the best way to put, at the end of their time with the business, to be fair. Change was needed. A new mindset, a fresh mindset, new ways of doing things differently to do them better ultimately. And some people were prepared to do that, some people weren't. So quite a few tough decisions were needed. And really we had to bring the business into the 21st century, the way it communicated to its market, the way it communicated to its customers, what our service offer was all about. It was a bit disjointed and old fashioned, quite frankly. So we've given it a real big facelift. We've changed our points of difference as to why you would choose Quest as an electrical contractor or wholesaler. And it's been received really well from a lot of major companies in the UK. You know, we deal with some major brands, Boohoo, Jaguar Land Rover,
Wow.
Rolls-Royce, Haribo, lots of different companies that have got the electrical contracting needs.
So what kind of services, shall we use Boohoo for example?
Yeah.
So what kind of services do you deliver or have you delivered to that client?
So Boohoo have distribution centres throughout the whole of the UK, but one is very close to our head office in Burnley. And they've required LED lighting on a number of their distribution centres just to upgrade it. Clearly, electricity is a big bill in somewhere like that when it's 24/7 shifts.
Yeah.
So LED lighting is an absolute must for a business like Boohoo. So we've gone in, we've done the lighting design, the lighting installation. We've given them the payback schemes, so it pays for itself over time. And we've done large amounts of works for them as a result. Yeah, it's been superb.
Good. Now, I'm just thinking, when you said there was a bit of a dip before you came and took over and gave it a facelift and relaunched, would it be fair to say that you may have lost clients at that time?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. You know, historically, you know, if we've been absolutely truthful, Quest made some mistakes with quite a few customers, some big customers. Installations didn't quite go as they were intended and planned. And to be honest, like most businesses, you're going to go through turbulence in your time. You're not going to be around for 30 years and it'll all be fantastic.
Yes.
So it's no real different to any other company. But the truth is, there was a lack of care. There was a lack of pride in the work. And for me, the biggest brand for Quest Electrical, and this is one thing that I've emphasised hugely since coming in, is that our electricians. Our electricians are more customer facing than I am. So when they go into our businesses, our customers' businesses, they need to be on point. They need to make sure they deliver a positive health and safety culture. They need to care about their premises. They need to care about their staff, their business. And working in electrics, you can't mess around. It has to be safe. And we want them to deliver high quality installations that are there to last. I said to all of our electricians when I first came in, no electrical contractor within the Northwest area will pay more per hour than Quest Electrical will. But in return, I want them to meet certain criteria. Yes, length of service, but qualifications, attitude, customer feedback. If they can come and evidence to me that customers are speaking positive about the work they've done on their site on behalf of Quest, that warrants pay increases, that warrants promotional opportunities. And we've seen apprentices move up the ranks, we've seen electricians move from being a senior electrician to QSs, as a result of them now wanting to prove themselves to the business that they're doing a really good job on our behalf and on behalf of our brand. And it's just changed the mindset and it's changed the culture of the company. And customers are regularly complimenting the quality of electrician we send into their organisations.
That's brilliant. And I was going to ask you the question of the companies that you may have lost contracts with, what can they expect if they come back? And I think you've kind of just answered that. But is there anything else that you'd add on to it for any customers that dealt with Quest, say, 7 years ago before the facelift, before the changes?
Yeah.
Any clear messages that we want to deliver to those customers?
The biggest promise I will give any one of our clients now, face to face, I will certainly give them a personal promise that the service they will receive will be the best in class. We will make sure that the recommendation on specification and design on anything is of the highest quality. We use the best brands, we don't use cheap brands. We'll make sure that the project is done on time, in full, in terms of the method statement that we put to them as a project timeline. And then ultimately on completion, the certification of the project, which is very important, will be done very quickly, paperwork in hand, so they've got everything they need for compliance purposes moving forward. Obviously, clients will not know until they try us.
Yeah.
I accept that. Some may not wish to trust us. But the one thing we can do now is put them in touch with a bank of really positive testimonials of major companies now that are using Quest daily about the quality of service that we provide our clients. So we're dead confident on that.
And I believe that you guys do same-day delivery on for local companies. Can you tell me a bit more about that? Because that isn't something that you can get from anybody, is it? It's quite niche.
No, it's not. It's very niche. One of the biggest point of differences about Quest Electrical that it's had for some time is that there's effectively two divisions within the business. You've got the electrical contracting, which is the electrical installations arm of the company, and then we've got an electrical wholesaler. Now, wholesalers traditionally would be national ones like Yes Electrical, CEF, Edmondson's, RS. All have got branches in local towns and cities. So they provide things like next day delivery because they're effectively local. Over the years, Quest have tried to compete, but the reality is it's a fickle marketplace. You've got salespeople going all the time saying, we can do better on this, we can do better on that, we're cheaper, blah, 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 blah. We've changed it. We're not going to try and compete with nationals. So we've said that, look, let's work within a 5-mile radius of where our head office is first of all. We've come up with this phrase of local, proud, stand out from the crowd, with a view that we can provide a service-orientated message to our clients that if you need something quick, we are literally a stone's throw away, we will bring it to you. The one thing that national wholesalers do, I find, is that they might deliver it next day, but they'll deliver it to the opposite end of the warehouse that they need it, which is a long trek if you boo-hoo.
Yeah.
When we do a delivery, it's from a delivery driver that's known to the company, and we put it into the hand of the person that ordered it.
Right.
So we're saving them time, we're saving them money, we make it convenient for them. And they don't have to go online and send us an order. They can take a picture of a component, send it us, and we'll make sure it's up there for them.
This is more
as soon as
account
possible.
management.
It's personal.
We're talking account management here, aren't
it's
we?
personal. We know their business. We get to know their business. We get to know their product lines. So if we get a phone call from Boohoo today saying, look, we've got a problem, a machine's down, we need this, we've got it in stock, we will literally drive up within 10 minutes and put it in the hand of the person that needs it.
That's good.
And so we're trying to make sure we stick to what we're good at.
Yes.
It's local, we can deliver it, we won't promise something we can't do. And we've found now that lots of local businesses now are engaging with that as an offer, and it's serving really well.
So what would you class as local for yourself? So if anybody's watching and think, right, these guys sound like they're from near us, Northern, obviously, what's local to these people?
We say 5-mile radius, but the truth is we could offer that to clients at Bradford, Preston, Blackburn, Manchester, Lancashire areas ultimately, and parts of West Yorkshire. The truth is we've got customers that are in Leeds, and we've extended that same offer to them.
Yeah.
And we can do that, but we've got a very transparent relationship. If we can't do it, we say we can't do it. If it's not the same day, we'll make sure it's next day.
It's tomorrow, isn't it?
The biggest thing that we've done, though, that we get compliments, I have to say, even if we don't stock the item, And we've had a situation before where we've not had a particular item in stock, but there was something in stock that was down south. And I remember we sent a delivery driver, instead of this company having to do it, our delivery driver went to Swindon, picked the components up and brought it to them. So they could continue with their day, and we sorted the problem out for them. So we're very flexible, it's very personal, it's account management orientated. We're not a website, you speak to somebody.
Yeah, that's good. It's the personal touch,
Exactly
isn't it?
Right, yeah.
So you guys are based in Burnley, so if anyone wanted to come down as well, can they come down and see you?
Yeah, absolutely,
Can pick parts up if they want to?
100%.
Because you stock it all as well, don't you?
We do, yeah. We've got a large stock portfolio of all the major brands.
Good.
Electrical components.
And it's fair to say that this isn't a small facility. It's not just a small office. You've got a downstairs, you've got an upstairs, you've got a warehouse in the back, and then you've got guys on the tools further back from there as well.
Right, yeah.
So it's quite a big operation.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you think might set you apart from competition that do what you do?
I'd like to think there's a lot.
Let's go down that road.
I'd like to
then.
think there's a lot that would set us apart, but the truth is, the service element cannot be underestimated. Turning up on time, the health and safety culture while operating on site, people having the latest technology to complete the installations to the best of our ability in the most efficient way, the installations being well qualified, lots of experience to carry out what are technically quite complicated installations at times. And having that trust in the bank that Quest are capable. They can be on our sites and we don't have to feel like we have to supervise them while on site. And you can't underestimate that in terms of value. You hear a lot of horror stories like you do in most industries, but where electrics are concerned, you can't be taking those risks. And, the service side of our offer, in terms of the installations or the wholesale, the brands that we use, the people we send in, as far as I'm concerned, are the best in class. And every single one of them are accountable to the business. They're all ambitious, they all want to get on, and they know they can at Quest. They've got a career progression here, so it's in their interest to do good installations. It's in their interest to impress our customers. They are asked to bring testimonies back. They care. They're a part of our service message. And all of their performance management and appraisal criteria is connected to the way they deliver our products and service. So it's in everybody's interest to do the job really well.
You've just brought me to my last question really well with that. Throughout the day, I've kind of been watching how you guys have been working. I've been watching yourself and your relationship with your staff. Now, there's been certain interviews that we've done and you've actually said to the people, you're undercutting yourself there, and you've started kind of bigging them up, so to speak. So I just want to make that clear, the relationship that you've got. Do you just want to also reiterate that so everyone knows you've got this fantastic relationship with your staff, because it isn't there at every company?
No, look, it's important. It's very important. I take an interest in every single member of staff that's employed at Quest Electrical. And if you were to speak, well, you have done today, to the apprentice that we employ, I'm as interested in their professional development as I'm in my board of directors. And they get contact with me. They get contact with all levels of the company. And ultimately, when I first came into this organisation, for the ones that are still here, the confidence was very low. They weren't performing, they weren't getting results. Customers were telling them they weren't very good. So I did have to pick them off the floor. Dominic Miller, as a fine example, was a junior QS at the time, who's now a company director. It's taken me 5 years to turn his mindset, to change his mindset, to make him see things very differently. But now we've got someone there who's young, ambitious, hungry, incredibly capable at his job, that this business is now benefiting from, and our customers are now benefiting from. And Dominic's just one example. Keely Cooper, she could get you in to see the Queen. She's that good on the phone.
I think she could.
She could ring Buckingham Palace up and get me an appointment with the Queen.
I think she can get World Water Kite, that one.
Oh, she's unbelievable. She undervalues herself totally, but they don't realise how good they are.
I can't wait till she just sees that sentence you've just said. I think she'll be really pleased to hear it come out of your mouth.
I tell her all the time, to be honest.
So you're good.
I do tell her all the time. But no, and there's other examples. It's not just those two. You've seen Warren, you've seen all the team that a lot of our customers will be aware of, but they are very good at what they do. And I do remind them. I do tell them because they've got to know that, they've got to hear that. But in the same breath, they're open to learning, because there's a lot of things that we do need to do better strategically to make sure that we remain current, that we remain in our customers' eyes, on the lips of our customers, because there's some very exciting growth plans at Quest, and to achieve those plans we need ambitious, capable people within the ranks, and we've got a really, really good foundation that we're looking to grow from.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Thank
letting us
you.
come in, follow you around all day.
No, it's been good.
And then we make you interview formal at the
I
end.
know. This was the hardest bit,
It was, wasn't
but
it?
it was good. Thank
Should
you.
we do a wave at the same time to the camera? Are you
If
ready?
you like, yeah.
Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you.